As of now, the Nintendo Switch 2 has been out for 1 year, improving on the original hardware after 8 to 9 years. And so let's go over this 1-year-old system together. Before the system even launched, people were already leaking it. And so later on January 16, 2025, Nintendo of America released the first Nintendo Switch 2 teaser. And a few months later on April 2, 2025, the Nintendo Direct about the Switch 2 released, revealing multiple games like Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Kirby Air Riders. People like me were excited for it, but immediately, people were beginning to hate on it, for the price of the games being $80 USD, $100 plus CAD. They were also mad about the screen not being old, and the Joy-Cons would magnetically attach to the console, making it a possibility that somebody might break it. As for me, my father decided to pre-order it on day 1, and I decided to make a few pictures of art for the inevitable. And later on June 5, 2025, the Nintendo Switch 2 released, and I got it day 1. So let's get into it. The Nintendo Switch 2 box, when you open it, has the 3 main things: the screen, and the left and right Joy-Con 2s. The screen has a new kickstand, a different way to insert your game, and there is 2 different USB-C plugins on the top and bottom of the console. And there's also the Joy-Con 2s, which connect to the console magnetically, have a more separate design compared to the original with its own matte black color. And there's also a C button for game chat, which we will talk about in a bit. In the box, there's also the dock, the grip, the straps, and an AC adapter. There's also some separate accessories, like the Pro Controller, the wheel, and other Joy-Con to ring colors varieties. Onto the system. When you first turn on the system, you have to set a mix of settings like the language, region you live in, the internet setting, your time zone, and you also have the option to transfer your data from Switch to Switch 2. And then, we now enter the main menu. It's pretty much the same, except for these changes. There's now Game Chat, which allows you to chat with your friends while playing your favorite games, so like Discord. There's now GameCube and Virtual Boy games in Nintendo Classics. And that's it. Onto the main launch title for the system, Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World was the launch title for the Nintendo Switch 2, releasing on June 5, 2025. And there was also a bundle for it and the system. There are a few modes in the game. The Grand Prix, where you race with 23 other characters across 4 maps that you travel towards along the way. Knockout Tour, you try to be the last one remaining out of 24. I find this one to be my favorite because of the online play. Free Roam, here you drive around the map and discover a bunch of cool hidden stuff. Time Trials, which you decide to drive through a course and see what your fastest time you beat is. VS Race lets you decide how the races you'll play is going to be ruled. You can decide the CC, COM difficulty, and the amount of maps you'll play. Battle Mode, you can throw a few mini games for either yourself or your team. Some modes are Balloon Battle, Coin Runners, and recently Bob-omb Battle, which is pretty much exactly like Balloon Battle. There's also the online play, which I mentioned in Knockout Tour, where you can play modes like the Grand Prix and the Battle Mode. There is 50 characters in the game, 40 vehicles, 30 courses, and 27 items. And that was Mario Kart World. I got in the console bundle, and to me it was a fine game. I'd mainly play the Knockout Tour though. As for any other Switch 2 game one got, there was the Switch 2 edition of Metroid Prime 4, which is mainly a game for my father who played the Metroid games in his childhood. And that's it. Overall, the Nintendo Switch 2 is improvement in every way from the original one. It does cost 630 CAD, 450 USD though. It's really only worth though, if you want to play the newest Nintendo exclusive games and want to play in a very high quality. But either way, on the 5th of June in 2025, the world saw the release of the newest 9th generation console, the Nintendo Switch 2.